19 simple psychological tricks that actually work. There are countless books on psychology and neuro-linguistic programming designed to help professionals influence others and achieve their goals. But the truth is, you don't always need complex techniques. There are plenty of simple, practical tricks that can be just as powerful, and anyone can use them in everyday life. Here are 19 easy psychological strategies that actually work. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. And join us on the bright side of life. 1. Try not to begin your request with, "Could you?" When you phrase it this way, the other person may subconsciously treat it as a hypothetical question instead of a real request. For example, if you ask, "Could you call the neighbors?" A yes might simply mean they could do it in theory, not that they actually will. It may sound polite, but it's more effective to say something like, "Please call the neighbors," if you want a clear result. 2. If you ever want to make someone feel slightly uneasy, look directly at the center of their forehead while talking to them. People often report feeling like they're being analyzed or judged, which naturally makes them less comfortable. Not exactly the nicest trick, but you never know when it might come in handy. 3. When someone avoids answering your question, don't rush to fill the silence. Instead, pause and maintain steady eye contact. That quiet pressure can make them uncomfortable enough to keep talking, and often they'll reveal more than they intended. In some cases, they might even admit the truth, especially if they feel like your silence means you already know it. 4. Starting a new job or school? Here's a simple way to make someone like you. Ask them to explain something to you, even if you already understand it. This small request boosts their confidence and makes them feel helpful, which naturally improves how they see you. 5. When you're asking a question and hoping for a yes, try gently nodding as you speak. It's a subtle signal, but it encourages agreement without the other person even realizing it. This technique is commonly used in restaurants to increase orders, and it works surprisingly well. 6. If someone is deeply focused, like during an intense phone call, you can actually take something from their hands without them noticing. Just reach out naturally, and they may not even register it in the moment. The same works in reverse. You can hand them something mid-conversation, and it might go completely unnoticed. Very useful when you're tidying up or moving things around. 7. Want someone to do something? Try suggesting that they probably can't do it. People naturally want to prove others wrong, especially when their abilities are questioned. You can also start with a small or unusual request first. Once they've already said yes once, they'll be more likely to agree again, and less likely to refuse the main request. 8. Just like before, a slight nod during conversation can have a strong effect. It makes the person you're talking to more engaged and attentive, even if they don't consciously notice it. 9. Here's a clever trick for negotiations. If you generally like an offer but want better terms, don't show immediate satisfaction. Instead, act a bit disappointed. This subtle reaction can sometimes push the other person to improve the deal, whether it's a price or a salary. 10. The moment your alarm goes off, don't just lie there. Sit up immediately, clench your fists and shout, "Yeah!" like you've just scored a winning goal. It might feel strange at first, but it can actually boost your energy and help you get out of bed much faster. Give it a try, and let us know in the comments if it worked for you. 11. If you constantly second-guess whether you locked the door or turned something off, try pairing the action with a ridiculous phrase. say something completely random out loud while doing it. For example, green rabbit as you switch off the iron, or oppressive crab as you lock the door. Later, when doubt creeps in, you'll recall that unusual phrase and instantly feel reassured that you actually did it. 12. When someone tries to drag you into conflict or unnecessary drama, respond with kindness. That classic kill them with kindness approach can completely throw them off and stop the tension in its tracks. Another option is to stay calm and say nothing at all. Being ignored can be surprisingly frustrating for the other person. But if it's someone close to you, like a friend or partner, pause and try to see things from their perspective. You might realize they have a point you hadn't considered. 13. Got a teammate who tends to procrastinate? Don't overwhelm them with big instructions like do this. Instead, say, start with this. It feels smaller, more manageable, and much easier to begin. Once they complete the first step, encourage them with, great job, now let's continue with this. Before they know it, the entire task gets done without resistance. 14. If you're speaking in front of an audience, always have a bottle of water nearby. Nerves can dry out your mouth quickly, so it helps physically. But it also gives you a strategic pause if you lose your place. A quick sip buys you time, and no one will even notice. And if anxiety kicks in, don't hide it. Acknowledge it. Admitting you're a bit nervous actually relaxes the room and makes the audience more supportive, since most people can relate. 15. Ever catch someone staring at you on public transport? Instead of looking away, shift your gaze down to their shoes and hold it there. Don't break eye contact with their feet. Oddly enough, this can make them feel uncomfortable enough to stop staring altogether. 16. If you always appear tense or worried when you see someone, over time, they'll start associating you with that same feeling. Eventually, just your presence might make them uneasy too. So keep that in mind. Your emotional energy can be contagious. 17. When someone makes a mistake and you don't want to sound accusatory, adjust how you phrase it. Instead of saying, "You didn't close the window," try something like, "The window was left open all night." The message still gets across, but without directly pointing fingers. It helps them recognize the issue without feeling attacked. 18. Didn't sleep well? Try telling yourself that you actually did. It might sound strange, but mindset plays a powerful role here. Research from Colorado College, published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology, showed that people who believed they were well-rested performed better mentally, even if they weren't. Sometimes, what you think becomes your reality. 19. People tend to remember the beginning and the end of their day most clearly. Everything in the middle often fades. You can use this to your advantage, especially in situations like job interviews. Try to schedule yours at the very start or the very end of the workday. That way, you're far more likely to stand out and be remembered among all the other candidates. Do you know any other clever psychological tricks that really work? Share them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, give the video a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe so you can stay on the bright side of life.